Am I the asshole for implying to mom I won't help her and my siblings out after I turn 18? My mom is a single mom and we struggle. I'm 17 male, the oldest, and I have 4 younger siblings, 14F, 12F, 9M, and 8F. We have 2 different dads. Me and my 14 and 12-year-old sisters share a dad. And he walked out on us while mom was pregnant with my 12-year-old sister. A year later, she found another guy, and he was bad news. But my mom was so desperate for a guy and overlooked a lot of red flags. She had 2 kids with him, and then he stole from my mom and left without ever looking back, and left us in a really tight position. After that, my mom would lean on me a lot, and she asked me to step up and be there for my siblings and help more around the house. And I did it because I wanted to help my mom. I hoped it would mean she wouldn't rush into another relationship with another dude who was bad news. It was tough though, like having to help with homework and feeding my siblings, and being responsible for most of the cleaning was a lot. My mom still did stuff. It was just she had to work and couldn't be there all the time. But after a year or so of that, she started to take her frustrations out on me verbally. She'd complain about calls from my school. I struggle in school even still. Or if I forgot to do something, she'd tell me I couldn't let her down and I needed to act more like an adult and do better. When I was 14, she asked me if I could start making money, and I did. I helped around the neighborhood for some extra money, and I got a part-time job a year later and gave mom the money from that. But it was like she'd take it all out on me more. If I got home late from work or school, she'd tell me to cut it out, and I needed to be more responsible. If a bill wasn't paid on time, she'd tell me to be less useless or be more useful. If I couldn't do something, she'd ask me what good was I doing. She'd tell me I wasn't a kid anymore and needed to stop expecting the life of one out of nowhere sometimes. Eventually, I got so tired of it, and it became so constant that I started saving money so I can get away ASAP. Mom doesn't know about it, and I still give her the rest of what I make because it's really the only way to save without her knowing. My mom expects me to stay here and help for the next several years until my siblings are all older. I'll be out of the house as soon as I turn 18, and I won't consider staying for anyone, not even my siblings. Mom has been extra nasty lately to me, and she was saying I should start looking for a full-time job now so I can be a full second income. I was like, bold of you to assume I'll be getting a full-time job to help out more. And mom was then even more pissed, and she told me I f***ing need to get over myself and accept it. She told me I was such a dick for implying I could abandon my siblings like that. She was so loud, my siblings heard, and they were upset at me too. Not the asshole. Get out of that abusive household as quickly as safely possible. Maintain contact with the younger siblings, if possible, and healthy for you, because your mother will probably turn her focus to the 14-year-old, and she'll need emotional support. Remember, parentification is abuse, and you do not have to suffer for one moment longer for any reason. Best of luck to you. This is the clearest case of parentification I've seen on this sub. Not the asshole. Your mother's choices are not your problem. She continued to have children and shouldn't be expecting you to raise them and help support them. They have fathers. That is what child support is. The men who left her are the ones her anger needs to be projected to, not you. Gradually hold back more of your money. You're right by giving some and saving some. She won't necessarily suspect you're making your escape plan. Good luck. I'm sorry you're being put through this. It isn't your fault and you are far from useless. Not the asshole. At first I had some sympathy for your mom, but by the time I read to the end, no. She'd tell me I couldn't let her down, and I needed to act more like an adult and do better. You weren't an adult? You were a kid doing your best in a situation and being parentified. Eventually I got so tired of it and it became so constant that I started saving money so I can get away ASAP. Good for you. Don't tell her what you're planning. You have a right to a life of your own and to be happy. Good luck. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.